2023, 2024, Mount Pleasant and Cavalier are the class of the league, and they are taking center stage for a final season preview. Welcome back to Jamaica Fan, and we are 1 day away from the start of the league action, so of course we save the best for last. We will start with the roller coaster that is Mount Pleasant. Now, to say the Giants of St. Anne had an intriguing offseason would be the greatest understatement. Losing the league final to your bitter rivals, decline resigning the successful coaching staff, hire a new coach internally from the academy, offloading many top players but splash the most money you ever seen in Jamaican football to replace them, make your regional debut against the very same team you met in the same final, lose the game, fire a new coach and rehire the one you got a few months ago. Honestly, it all seemed to come straight out of a bad TV movie. It's a moment in time in local football I don't think we'll ever forget, and even better, it's not quite over as yet as we await official confirmation if Davian Ferguson is officially back at Mount Pleasant. Key acquisitions and departures. I am not sure where to start, as Mount Pleasant are one of the busiest markets that will put Carnation to shame. Out are St. Lucian defender Melvin Duxley, midfielder Ramon Howell, goalkeeper Daniel Russell, midfielder Romeo Guthrie, all to Portmore United. Centre forward Bygrave, Giberson and left back Kimani Campbell all went to Waterhouse. Right back Ode Murray to Vere, Demario Phillips to Mobe, striker Questa Chung, attacking midfielder Donovan Segri, TNT national midfielder Kylie Avery, and finally defender Garwin Austin joined Chapeltown Maroons. These players were let go to make room for the likes of John Claudio Ferreira from Mobe, striker Nicholas Nelson, Pandemania midfielder Jonathan Cecina, central defender Kevin Graham, Alex Marshall, Shashank Anglin, Tivoli captain Odin Pennycook, Racing United starlet Raheem Edwards, and the biggest shock of them all, Cavalier defensive duo Kyle Ming and Gadiel Irvin. Key player to watch. It's not his fault, but Alex Marshall entered this season with the heaviest price tag. We all know he's a special talent, but he will be under great pressure to display such a talent, as the Mount Pleasant fan base won't hesitate to hurl the vitriol his way. Their expectations. Manchester City, PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich are all expected to win their league title every year, and it is the same for Mount Pleasant. Heck, if they don't win the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup as well, many will deem this a season failure. My prediction. I had already penciled in Mount Pleasant as one of the season finalists after their spending spree in the summer, but then I saw that Caribbean Cup game against Cavalier and woof, things were looking dicey. But despite it being a bit of an embarrassment for management, they made the right decision to right their wrongs and bringing back Tapper Whitmore. And with him, I can't see them finishing anywhere else but the top two. Now we move on to our final club, the defending champs. Cavalier's offseason was much more of a subtle affair compared to their St. Anne counterparts, as it was much more of the same old. Rudolph Speed seemed to have this running a club thing down pat, as he again built up a young team with enough hunger and talent to do well in the regular season, cause damage in the playoffs, sell some of those talent, then refresh the team with even younger players from the academy. Regardless of your personal feelings towards Speed and or Cavalier, it's a model to admire, especially within the confines of Jamaica's socio-economic climate. But how much mileage can you get out of this old van before it breaks down? Maybe this season we will find out, as Cavalier looks to be the first club to successfully defend their title since Portmore did it in 2019. Key acquisition and departures. We are used to seeing Cavalier switch things up a bit before each season, but no one could have predicted some of these deals that was made in the offseason. Gone are Kyle Ming and Gadiel Irvin to Mount Pleasant, Chanel Thomas to Montego Bay United, under 20 central defender Michael Forbes, Nicholas Hamilton, 21-year-old defender Mario Smith, and 23-year-old winger Ronaldo Robinson returned to Harborview after his loan was ended. Cavalier like promoting from within, but they did make some moves in the market of their own. Incoming are Mona High School player Kishen Garden from Mountain View FC, 19-year-old Damani Miller, and perhaps the biggest profile one of them all, TNT national midfielder Cavalier joins from Mount Pleasant. Key player to watch. We have to highlight a player that we believe is actually a bit underrated in this Cavalier team. When people speak about the champs, the likes of Adrian Reed Jr., Richard King, Jamaica Calvin gets the mention. But for the amount of raw talent he possessed, Dwayne Busy Atkinson deserves more spotlight. And with him being hungry for a return to Europe, expect him to have a monster season in the JPL if he stays the entire time. Their expectations. Does this season count as a rebuilding year? Regardless, I am sure Speed and company would be very disappointed if they don't return to the final. My prediction. I dare to doubt Cavalier have enough to return to the summit this season, especially after losing so much of their starters. But then I watched them play their usual effective and direct style of football in the Caribbean Cup, and let us just say, I will not be doing that again. Cavalier will definitely be a contender once again, as there is now a clear winning culture ingrained at the club. I have to wait and see how Cavalier deals with the pending departures of Reed and King, but most likely they already have a ready-made replacement for each. So that's our 14 teams preview, and before we get out of here, let's look on the match day 1 fixtures. So Phoenix United will host Montego Bay United, Mount Pleasant travels to Portmore to visit some old friends, and we will have back-to-back doubleheaders at Anthony Sporting Complex. Tivoli will play Moulins, Arnett will be at home against Dumbo Holland, and then on the Monday nighters, Harbourview will play against Chapeltown Maroons, and Waters will close off the night against newcomers Racing United. So this season looks like it's going to be one of the best ones yet, and we cannot wait for September 15 to finally get here and the games get to finally kick off. But anyway, tell me in the comment section below what you think about my predictions for Mount Pleasant and Cavalier, or you could even go one step further and let me know who you think will be the 2 teams relegated and perhaps the 2 teams in the final. Otherwise, keep it locked right here for great JampL content, JampL Fun. YouTube, big up yourself.